Hello everyone, welcome to Simproved, Fry speaking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to build a houseboat for a whole Sims family of 4. So there will be a kid's bedroom, a teen bedroom, and of course a master bedroom for the parents, and lots of quirky, eclectic kind of hippie things. By the way, again, you will hear my dog Gina in the background because apparently she can't be alone for just 3 seconds. So if you hear it bonking in the background, that's her. And I will probably never be able to filter her out. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the build. So I found this debug houseboat in, debug mode. And I think it's from the university pack. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. You can definitely build something like this now. If you use the 64x64 lot in Sulani, which is, covered in ocean water, and you can build there. And I thought it would be also a cool thing to kind of have something that is like circus wagon, fortune teller wagon, something like that, but as a houseboat and for a family. So they are like traveling, I don't know, fortune tellers and artists and stuff like that, because we have so many eclectic kind of boho stuff, especially now in the high school pack that also has like a really nice set that I told about that I really like that one. And I was like, oh, maybe we kind of bring everything together with all of the packs that we have and kind of see what kind of very weird color choices I can make work here. And I thought this would be a cool little thing, just, because people always try to seduce me, I guess, in the comments that I should build more family houses. I know this is something that most simmers, of course, like and play with, but I was always more interested in community lots and special lots, something like that. But this time I thought, okay, this is kind of like a house. It just looks like a boat. And it's fully functional. I've tested this. All bathrooms, everything is working, even though I didn't even use that much of the tiny house stuff because it's very cramped, right? But it will feel very big in the end. So I was actually very happy how it turned out. For me, also a nice challenge doing the furnishing, because I'm not very good at furnishing, in my opinion. But here I can just, put whatever. And it still would make it work, so that's what I'm going to try to do here, and I really hope that you're gonna like it. So that was a very long intro. I'm very sorry. So as you can see, it's on a foundation, which you can build here in the water. Of course, if you download this, I would always suggest put this on this lot here in the island living lot, but you can also place it somewhere else and maybe build a pool around or use the water tool. So you can have a boat maybe, anchored in front of maybe like an Amsterdam kind of city maybe or something. That would be also really cool. Anyways, I thought this would be also a nice intro for me to use the the curved rooms. That's what they're called in the game. But curved rooms apparently can have half walls on it. So I was like, okay, I think this feature is like the platform, so we have to wait like a year till they work properly. I know that tomorrow there's going to be a big update. Maybe they're going to revamp a little bit of the curved rooms. But for now, that was just something where I was like, yeah, okay, no, this is not, this is not working out. I thought this would be a cute little idea behind like more of a hippie boho family. And just wanted to experiment as well, as you can see, with this very blue color that comes sometimes in certain packs, and I've never used it. I think I like it because it's a very out there, but with other colors it's kind of very hard to mix. I think most of this comes from the university pack, which had a big set of like wallpaper and windows and stuff in that blue color, this indigo color, and also the Moroccan. I think it was from the Moroccan pack, the Oasis Courtyard pack, but I'm not sure. But yeah, there are some, even in the furniture, we have this color sometimes. And I was like, I like this color. It's very out there, but I really want to use it for just once. So what I wanted to do here is to have lots of skylights. So we will do some half wall cutouts and then put the skylights in the glass roof, so to speak. And I think it looks really cool, and also makes the hallway, there will be a long hallway in the middle, a little bit more illuminated during the day. I just thought that's like a nice feature to have. And also the teen room will have a skylight, the master bedroom, and of course the whole living room kitchen area that we will build later. So the screenshot, actually the blueprint where I came up with this whole thing is a real blueprint from houseboat like this from a company that builds them basically, and it was very helpful. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I don't have to come up with a blueprint, but we have to see if everything is working fine, you know, because Sims are very easily distracted by objects lying on the floor and then can't go through the hallway. So the only thing that is in the hallway is like lamps, and that's it. I really hope they don't, you know, meet each other in the middle. So the first thing that I started to do is the living room and the kitchen area. And at first I was like, am I going to use the very kind of rustic looking wallpaper? I think it's supposed to be some sort of sound engineering box, sound recording box studio wallpaper. But I really liked it because it looked like a little bit modernish paneling, but it is still paneling, you know, and I like that idea. So I will have that throughout the whole, because that's what the boat is, you know, built out of. So in the interior, that's also the wallpaper we use, except for the bathrooms. And I thought this is like a nice kind of version of a camper or something like that. I just thought it's more charming with a boat. And yeah, I just thought it's a cute kind of idea, because I've never built a boat. Maybe I'm gonna do a yacht, because I've seen lots of people building yachts and stuff like that, maybe as well. But yeah, we'll see in the future. As you can see here, I used all the packs. So what I used a lot is definitely this boho wicker set from the high school pack. High school years, that's what it's called. I'm very bad with the names of the packs because they're sometimes not by intuition, in my opinion. I used a lot of the kit. One kit is a perfect kit because I wanted to have lots of plants, and that's of course this plant kit that I forgot the name as well. Green Bloom Rooms, something like that. Rooms in Bloom, something like that. That kit, I used a lot of plants from there because there's really small plants that have the smallest lot, and it's just amazing. And you can size them up pretty good because they're like actually quite small. It's easier to control to size them up. A lot of the things are from the paranormal stuff pack and from this, what's it called? The Decor to the Max kit. So yeah, there are some kits in here actually. And it was actually fun to, you know, mix them up with all of the eclectic stuff that we have. There's also some stuff packs in the mix, like the movie hangout mix, I think it's called. Movie something mix stuff pack. Yeah, I think it's a stuff pack. But yeah, that's a quite old one, but it also had this very colorful patterns. And yeah, and as you can see, I go with like this sea foam blue, this very indigo blue, like sometimes like pink and orange as a contrast. And it works out really fine, I have to say. It is fun because I've also seen some stuff where I was like, oh, this is a swatch for this object, interesting. So here we are in the teen room, which I definitely wanted to have because the high school pack is, for me, actually not a high school pack. It's a teenage room pack, more the like that. Yeah, there are these more old-timey looking bed and desk, and I definitely wanted to use that. I thought it has like some enchanting kind of thing to it, you know. And I definitely wanted to have a look that makes it look like it's old stuff they gathered from flea markets or like you know, from somewhere else, and then they mixed it all up, and if it didn't fit to their style, they just painted very colorful color on it, stuff like that. So I always wanted to go with this blue because I think it's a nice contrast to the quite dark paneling, and I knew from some objects they have this blue, so it was actually quite fun to figure out, oh wow, this has a blue swatch as well. So sometimes I will even use modern stuff from the tiny living pack. I think here you can see like a TV that I used, for example, so the teenager can watch TV. And I just thought it's like a fun little exercise maybe to look at all the objects again and see them together, because I have only built the high school pack with base game and high school pack, right? I did the high school and the auditorium, which I will also link in the info box for you guys if you haven't seen that one yet. And now this is the first time for me to, kind of make it work with a high school pack and in the whole vastness of packs we have. I think it's quite nice. There are some things that we didn't have before for sure. Like, I always think it's very important when you design the objects that come with a certain pack to go through the shapes more than the color swatches or like the textures that some things have. For example, we still don't have a chair that looks like a stool. We only have bar stools that looks like chairs, but not the other way around. And I really want to have lower chairs, for example. We still don't have that. I think someone in the team should definitely look up what kind of shapes we don't have yet. It doesn't matter the color. I think you can make everything look to the certain style of something. So if they are going to do a medieval kind of pack, I hope they do. But if they are going to do one, I definitely want to have this chair stool kind of thing, for example. And you can also make a swatch that is very simple, so you can put it in a very minimalistic modern house as well, for example. It is definitely possible, but I sometimes think it's, the shape. I think, in my opinion, if you want to go for a really new look that pack is not actually, designed for, the objects should have the correct shape sometimes. So for example, for Gothic, you need the pointed arches, for example. We only have like 2 windows that are like that, 3 maybe, which is very hard to do a Gothic style. But then, it's hard to describe, but I always say the shape goes before the style or look of something. So that would be very, very important, in my opinion, to go for at one point, to look at what kind of shape we don't have yet. For example, a buffet table that is rectangular. But yeah, maybe also a half round table, for example. That is a shape we don't have yet. Stuff like that. They really should look into their shapes and how some beds, for example, could be shaped. So yeah, this is the kids' room. Sorry, I got distracted again. Voiceovers, yeah, very great. Yeah, here I could use the modular system from the high school pack, which was really cool. And of course a double bed, because it's a very, very small room, but I've tested it. Apparently adult Sims can't go into this bed, but my kid could. I guess this has to do with the height of the room or something like that. So yeah, that was possible. It definitely worked. Outside, they all have their little respective balconies, because I really liked that about this one houseboat object that I saw. I was like, oh, you could have little balconies. I'm a sucker for little balconies where stuff is on it. So there will be on one balcony, for the teen, for example, she is more into photography and art, so there is an easel outside. The kid has a little slumber party from like the slumber party pajama garden party set kit, whatever. Outside there is on one telescope, on the other one is like a chess table. I always want to call them logic table, because that's what you build up with that as a skill. But so there's lots of stuff to do as well. I always think when I see some people do family houses, I'm like, there's not so much, like there's a bed and there's a kitchen, that's it, but there's nothing really to do. So I foremost always go for look at the skill objects that we have and try to put them everywhere. I think there's also a yoga mat, for example, somewhere, like meditation pillow and stuff like that. So if you have these respective packs for that, they can do that here as well. And it kind of fits the whole theme of like this boho hippie traveling family maybe. The interior of the bathrooms, as you can see, very colorful again, but I used this Oasis courtyard kit, for example, and all of this self-made kind of looking furniture from Jungle Adventures, from the Moonwood Mill, what's it called, the Werewolves pack, yeah, stuff like that. The laundry pack, the laundry stuff pack, that was a stuff pack, but yeah, stuff like that. It's getting really hard for me to figure out what kind of packs are called like what, but we will get to it. If you see something where you're not sure from which pack is something and you really want to have that object, ask me in the comments with the timestamp, and then I can probably look it up for you, or someone else will probably also can help you out sometimes. So yeah, the last thing, there are 2 bathrooms. As you can see, I just mirrored the other one because it's just a little bit smaller, but it's the same theme, right? Same objects, same shower, and so on. And then we go into the very big master bedroom for the parents. And I already ran out of very blue and very greenish, bluish, teal, dark teal kind of colors here, because I've always used all of the objects. I was like, this is getting hard now. But hey, I definitely found some swatches where I was like, oh wow, this exists. Okay, I haven't looked at this stuff apparently long enough. So I was still with definitely all of the kits. I used a lot of the Batu lamps because Journey to Batu has amazing kind of eclectic lamps, but also the paranormal pack and the plant stuff pack. And here we go. There's a dresser I've never seen before in that swatch. It had leaves and little flowers on it, and yeah, it was just I was in love. I was like, oh, this fits perfectly, this theme here. Basically it's all too much, but in the end it has this very nice detailed character, and there's lots and lots of little niches and corners where you can, you know, explore something, and it tells you even some stuff about the family who lives there, about their personalities and what kind of hobbies they have. So I really love this style of house. Like, that is something how I would like to live, instead of these very clean minimalist houses I see lots of people do with like Dream Home Decorator. I always think they are so bland and very it's boring, very boring. I always think, wow, that must be very boring people living there. But then I look at my own style like in real life, and it's the same. So I won't say anything. But yeah, this is definitely something how I like, you know, that would be like my dream home decoration kind of idea behind it. Lots of antiques and tiny little knickknacks, and I definitely need a cleaning lady to help me clean and dust off everything. But yeah, so basically I could find all of the very quirky elements that we have in the game and kind of try to make it work. I think I made it work. It's a very interesting color theme. And yeah, it was just fun to figure out all of the weird stuff we have in game, like this little cow plant in the glass and other weird stuff. It was just funny, you know, to revisit everything and how it looks in real, like in live mode as well. So it was just interesting. So then we have the decks. With the decks, I wasn't sure yet if I wanted to have the ladder that your Sims need to get up on this thing, on the front or the back. Basically on the front and the back you can put the ladder. Here in the end I will put it in the back next to the master bedroom, where there will also be the party kind of area where they will have a little jukebox kind of thing, boombox kind of thing, and you know, this fairy lights canopies. I just thought that they look really, really cute. Stuff like that. I thought these would fit the whole thing to have at the end. So this is like their hangout spot if they want to have a party. You could even put a dance floor there. I personally thought having more rugs definitely looks a little bit more cozy. And there will also be the bar from the Vintage Glamour pack. So there will be drinks and there will be music, you know the gist. And here we go with the screenshots if you want to rebuild it, and also if you want to have a better look at everything. And here we are in the panning shots in beautiful Solani, where my houseboat is located at the moment. Keep in mind that you can put this slot somewhere else as well, and then maybe have a huge moat around it and fill it with water with a water tool and the terrain tool. So that's possible. I just thought I wanted to have it like in a tropical environment for now. Maybe they're traveling, so you can put down the house on multiple lots. I really hope that you like it. It's very colorful, lots of details. I definitely had lots and lots of fun looking at it. And, you know, figuring out where to put all this stuff, because we have so much now with all the packs. Even I was surprised sometimes. I'm like, oh, we have that now? Have I been sleeping or like not looking at everything right? It was just, an interesting exercise. I really hope that you like it. I think it looks so quirky and kind of like self-made, and like throughout the years they have maybe fixed up some things. That's also why I used that roof tile, but you can make it look very elegant as well if you just use a normal kind of roof tiling here, for example. Definitely changes the look immediately, so that would be also interesting if you are into something like that. But yeah, there's lots of stuff going on the little balconies which you can use as well. I thought they are a must, you know, to figure out maybe have some more skill objects, or where, you know, Sims can do stuff alone, so to speak, and maybe chill a little bit, read a book, stuff like that. And yeah, barbecue in the front with like a camping table and some yoga mats and pillows, and you know, lots of stuff to do. Actually, I really like that whole idea behind it. And I have to say, I have to build more with glass roofs, because look at this amazing shadow they give. It just looks beautiful. It has this very cozy, over decorated vibe. I'm sorry if it does look a little bit too cluttered. I actually like it. I think it's not too much for, you know, it definitely looks more lived in that way. And I was happy to use some swatches that I would have never used, honestly, because sometimes I'm just like, I would never use that. But here I could, so it was actually fun to come up with some things, how each Sim living in their room kind of made it their own and stuff like that. So I thought that would be really, really beautiful. So yeah, this is definitely up on the gallery if you want to download this. I will put the gallery download link in the info box as well for you guys if you want to have that and grab that. Like always, send me screenshots if something is, you know, not working. You can reach me on the Twitter or write it in the gallery thing, stuff like that. So I always try to improve stuff, and if sometimes I don't see, but I've definitely tried to play test this and everything is working fine. Every bed is reachable, they can go on the toilet, you know, they will definitely survive. And yeah, it's a really nice, quirky little houseboat for your whole Sim family of 4. And I really hope that you like this one. And maybe you have some awesome gameplay for this as well. So write in the comments if you have. So yeah, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!